Welcome back in, guys, to the Tower Dominion series where we're doing a fresh start, reset the whole profile, and we are going to try and beat the game based on our win conditions. If you joined us in the last one, we took our very first loss. Got a little bit cocky, maybe. Played quickly, sloppy, and as I watched that one back, I realized a lot of things that we did poorly that we can learn from. One of them was pace of play. I was trying to get the length of the videos down, just try something different, talk a bit less, and it showed. It was a half hour less than the other episodes, but it may have cost us by being a little less methodical and really thinking through our weaknesses. We made a lot of bad selections in the reinforcements, just going nuts on the supply when really we needed blueprints. We had almost no inventory of buildings at our disposal, so we were swimming in supply with very limited options. We also went a little too hard into the howitzer. It was a fun angle. They were really productive, but I think we did some compromised choices there, not just picking the howitzers, but getting it up to level 3 efficiency. And we kind of just forced that a little bit. So we got to be careful that we are taking care of our weaknesses, that we're preparing properly, and we don't get caught out. You could tell in that last episode, I wasn't quite settled. Wave 20-ish or so, it didn't quite feel right, but we kept pushing through. We were doing okay, but then the tier 3 foes, when that reveal happened, it was a kind of a cool moment because it was the most tense that it's been in this series. I was nervous. I knew that the reckoning was coming in some ways. The writing was on the wall, if you will. And that's okay. In some ways, I'm kind of glad the loss happened. For one, we unlocked a new hero. That doesn't hurt. And it answered the question of, can we get 100% win rate? Never expected that, but at least it's put to bed now. It's off the table. So we're going to count it as a blessing and just embrace the losses. And we could be in store for another one today. Who knows? We don't want to be cocky. Let's get back to basics of focusing on good strategy, good decisions, all that stuff. One last thing I want to mention before we get into who we might play today. I haven't actually taken a look. We're going to decide together. But I've mentioned it before, I'm brand new to YouTube. This series is just to get the ball rolling, for me to learn a lot of different things about recording, audio, and I'm kind of just trying to try something new every episode. Last episode, it was quicken things up, trying to increase the pace of our play and just try that out, see how it felt. We'll find a sweet spot maybe between the two where we're still going deep on the strategy, but we're not lingering too long on stuff. And in this episode, I'm trying audio, something a little bit different, mic placement, and we'll see if it sounds a little bit better. But again, I welcome any feedback from any of you on any part of these videos that might help us to sharpen things up a little bit. But let's dive in. I'm excited. We're not going to play as Droa again, at least immediately. Of course, we're coming back to him, but let's try something different. With Sikaldi, we'd start with some extra tech and an ammo depot. With Eleanor, we talked about this one earlier. You get extra blueprints every other wave, and wow, that would solve one of our main issues we ran into last round. And then the tier 2 and 3 blueprints are more likely. So you see some of those ion arc cannons and I don't know what some of those, the highest ones are. Maybe an air command, zone command, some of those types of things. That's a likely candidate. I'm thinking we might go this route. And lastly, Techno Adept Jorg starts with an experimental pulse cannon and starts with a plasma fence. This doesn't look easy to me, but this is another instance where I don't exactly know what that experimental pulse cannon is. I've played as him, of course, but I just can't quite remember. So we're going to find out at some point. But for now, let's do Colonel Eleanor. So we're going to get a lot of blueprints. That's going to come naturally. We get extra selections and maybe some extra powerful buildings. But let's dive in and find out. What do we have here? kind of a nice startup here. The two T's on the side facing in the same direction, so it feels like it's going to come out top right. It's my immediate thought. And then, of course, the one on the bottom, kind of nice to have a straight, not multiple connections, so we can just elbow and come around to connect to one of these. So let's plan to get this connected. We'll go, no, you know what? We're going to go top left. The one on the bottom right, we're going to just do an elbow, get it back around up here. But this one we leave open so we can connect up the bottom. Got a lot of connection points, but that's fine. We're not worried yet. Let's get our... At some point, we're going to hit this discovery. It is arguably... Oh, man. We want the supply production, just always. It's nice, but it's also a big part of our goals to unlock new heroes. However, we just unlocked a new neutral building in our last run, and it's the plus 50 building. It's like an oil pump thing. We're going to try it. Let's go discovery. I keep talking about how valuable it is, and yet I'm not giving it the respect it deserves. So we're in deep. We committed. For the second one, going to turn down the extra recon production, which would be nice. We really want that repair online. So we're down to 6 tech. It's no worries. Oh, look at this little new attachment here from the communication array. That's cool. I hope that pays off. I hope we see an abnormal number of neutral buildings. And don't forget, it can give us things like detection and cheaper upgrades, all kinds of different effects, turret, plasma turrets and stuff that can help this run. So that's going to be interesting. Let's get a Mirador down. And let me touch on another big mistake, and there were others. I didn't touch on them all from last round, but another one was we didn't lean into the HP. We were only at about 5,000 by the end of the round, despite having structural network, whatever that doctrine is, that really helps us. And a big reason was we had no positive percentage multipliers on top. I don't think we had any close support Miradors, which is a big thing, and we didn't get the right doctrines. So it was so limited. And then on top of that, we had at least 2 or 3 Durandals that were minus 15% because we wanted the extra damage on that upgrade. If we had our HP up to, say, 12,000 or something and really focused on that, we may have survived those Mega Mucos who just at the end broke our barricades and lit us up. So I don't want to make that mistake again. For that reason, we are going Mirador next to the HQ with some guns. I like it. Now, for the sturdy bunker, we're going to sit tight. As you guys know, early days, not stressful. Got the repair. We're going to get some extra blueprint selections every other wave. So join our operations right off the bat, seeing a tier 2 building. Oh boy. And as much as I like barricades, I'm tempted to showcase this thing. Not yet. We're going to play smart. The barricade is too valuable, and we're going to wait to place it. Just accumulate some more supply here. No harm in that. We're going to get an extra blueprint, and we're going to place a tile and maybe hope for a neutral building. Okay, medium mortar. I am liking that with certified amplifier. We turned one of the medium mortars down in the last episode, by the way, and we were facing the Mucos. So that would have been really valuable to have on the field. We missed out on it. Let's take a Puma position, I think. Let's get some anti-air options already. Don't mind a straight piece. We're going to need to get it down here anyway to connect up the bottom. Maybe not the most ideal for our priorities, but that's okay. We took a lot of damage in that last one. I think down to 1,400 and something, but obviously popped right back up. And I should have paid closer attention to where it was coming from. But I'm going to say, let's do this one. Despite having 3 entry points up top, it's just close. And we also, again, feel like this is going to be our main push out this way. I need to watch and see where the damage is coming from. I think we're going to get another Mirador down with the same upgrades. We're not going to worry about the camo yet. We just want a bit extra power here, not to get too exposed. So that's okay. It was a bit heavier up top here. That was kind of what we were expecting. Left side here is okay. That was much better. Barricades would be great. We're not desperate for the recon yet, and we didn't grab a scout hideout. Let's get a werewolf, and a platform never hurts. Let's go one more. Look at him firing off real quick. Yeah. Okay, taking hits on top, left, bottom, right. Those are dinging us pretty good. Look at these tier 2 blueprints. That's crazy to be showing dividends like that early. Let's just get some more firepower in the bank, and then a salamander. It's kind of unbelievable. Even though a barricade early days would maybe be a bit more responsible, that is pretty cool. Tough choice here. We're gonna probably re-roll this. The T, I was thinking we could come off here and elbow this up. We don't want to get back into a position where everything's coming down here and this is the only intersection where they can split off and connect, you know, to the other entry points, and they will. We want to get this kind of out that way, and what we may actually do, I don't mind this, we may do that. And look at that, neutral building. Get this coming around to there and just give us some breathing room. And then our ultimate path is going to be out from this top corner, well, right at the top. Let's get this thing active. And it's actually a pretty good spot too. Glad we kept that sturdy bunker. I think we feel confident about the reinforced pivot. I don't even have another one to place. That's fine, we're out of money. Okay, pretty heavy coming in. We need some supply. We're getting a little extra recon production. I mean, it's great, the neutral building coming together, but HP per battlefront would give us some good buffer at the moment. I mean, we already have an Omega emitter and a Puma. Got to get a werewolf down still. We don't even have it. So let's get the HP, the light mortar. The light mortar, I mean, this is good already. We're going to have few good candidates. We may want to do that. We don't have very much money, so it's a gun on the field. Think about this decimation position. I think we'll find a spot for it eventually. I think right now, we wouldn't mind getting a werewolf. We just don't even have the money. I think we got the HP boost, and we can survive this round. We get a threat reveal next run. Let's keep going. This could be a little ugly. Barrier coming into play there nicely. It wasn't too bad. Need a good selection here. Give me some supply. Okay. That's a bit of a positive answer to our request. This negotiation skills, it's only wave 6, should pay us really well through the rest of the run. And a retribution position, we know how valuable to have in the bank. We get the extra selection. It's going to be between a platform or a light mortar. And I think we get the platform. We're going to need some help to get these unique buildings down potentially. Love to see an elbow. We need some more of those, frankly. Let's get this back hook started. Not too threatened, only one entry point, and it's going to take them longer now to get down there. We've got enough for a werewolf. Why don't we do that to just shore things up a little bit and take a look at our threat reveal. We're going to have a Britta's Nest, which is tricky. You get stuck with some 4 entry tiles with the tunnels. So I'm glad that we got things started up top here, because that's where our cross is going to start to come into play probably. Either on the right or left on the top side here. And then a Mimikos. Mimikos? The dividing horror that we're very familiar with. Okay, we're doing okay. We're probably gonna get the cybernetic loader. We already know with the Mimikos that the Warwolf's gonna play an important role. So let's get that popped right now. Some more barricades would be a welcome sight. I think we're going to take the supply. We've got a retribution position. We've got a lot of blueprints. We're okay. Right? I mean, there's expensive ones. We've got some, you know, tier 2 and 3 stuff. But there's also some cheaper ones. The medium mortar is only 400. We got a Puma and Mirador. I think we really just need some help with supply. And we also need the help with the neutral buildings. We didn't get one. We placed this elbow, this straight. It's been not the best so far, but we're going to trust that it's going to still pay off. Why don't we get our light mortar down? So we're getting hit pretty hard in this lane and this lane. Also down here, kind of, but we can't address that yet. So I wonder if we do this. It's got a little bit better range than this one does. We could also platform that. Is that a stretch? Yeah. Let's do this with the learning. And we'll wait on the shrapnel. The Warwolf should carry things a little bit here, hopefully. Yep. The medium mortar splashing these guys up a little bit. Nah, not much. 144. Okay, it's not bad. A little bit of damage. We can get simple stock. Activates right away. Bastion is just not a priority yet. The barricade is. We've already got 200 recon. We've got a little bump to our production already. We're going to be laying down more Warwolves as soon as we can, basically, with the enemy type that we're going to be looking at. Why don't we get our light mortar cost and barricade down? And I think we do another barricade. This will sure things up in a big way, right? So I believe we're going to get a Britta's Nest next. Let's make sure we're ready for that. So if we do this, we can have the nest off there in the very top corner and then work to close the rest of this off in some way. Does that make sense? We could also do... I think we have to, right? We could do something like that, and we'd need a cross and then a hook. That might close off that area quicker. Do we want that? It would give the enemies time at the cross here to get split off. Some of them, of course, will be coming all the way down the right side here. Alternatively, I suppose the same thing could happen here, where we cross and loop. I'm not exactly sure, and this feels like an important moment. And I would normally re-roll to try to finish off our other hooks here, but I want to be ready for the Britta's Nest. Let's do that. We did get a neutral building, a bump against air units, may come in handy. Let's get barricades down. I'm not waiting for structural network or anything like that. We need to help ourselves there. It's good. So now our biggest exposure really is air units, but they just give us little nibbles of damage. Not too worried. Okay, that was a meaningful wave. I feel like we made some good progress there. That's a lot of light mortar stuff. I think we're going to do it. They're going to be in a... You guys have seen it in previous rounds, how well they can perform. They're versatile, and they're cheap, you know, all that stuff. So I think we've got some good opportunities for them. We got the Britta's Nest. We prepared for it. Let's think about the elevation here. That might... I think... There's a couple options there, but I think that's fine. If we got a salamander position right here, might go hard. Might just do that. And then a decimation position, if we could get one like in here, whatever this tile ends up being, and firing off, you know, on all of these corridors, I'd love to make it work. We'll see if we're able to. Let's get some light mortars down. This would be tempting with platforms, but I think the platforms are too valuable. Let's play responsibly. We'll get them here. And you want one more? Nah, there's not a good enough position yet. Plus, we have no money. We're really feeling the choice at the beginning by not taking the orbital relay. I'm not convinced yet. I would say, based on right now, I would be picking orbital relay in the next run. But let's wait and see. Could be pleasantly surprised. And our economy could really come into shape in the next, 5 to 10 waves or something. There's some supply. Some pretty good blueprints too. Even though we have blueprints, there's a lot of expensive stuff. So we need to be careful that we've got some inexpensive options. Plus, we do have just a butt ton of recon. Let's take this. We need the supply, and we can get that scout tower down right away. My goodness, we got a Slovak howitzer. Depending on what this corner is, we could get it firing down here. This is wild with the tier 2 and 3A blueprints. Okay, otherwise barricade, could get it at the bottom. I think that these are serving us fine, and this one is not as critical. Is this one of those reaching moments? Yeah, I guess. We're gonna do that. Okay, corner piece, it's lovely. Let's get this down. How does that look for a Slovak? Not the best, maybe? Although it is doable. I'm not sure it's going to get much better. Let's do that. We got a neutral building. It's not that valuable to us. I can't test the Slovak, but I'm thinking right here should be pretty good coverage. It'll start kind of right in this area. Could come into play later. And there also may be opportunities in these other two tiles. This is going to fill into a blank spot, and it may have some launch points. Let's get our scout tower down. We need some help, frankly. This might work, because with the extra range, it's going to get out here. Or we could activate our neutral building. It's a pretty limited range for our other entry points, so we can maybe get that activated at some point, but it's just maybe not quite yet. This might be good, covering off our bottom side later in this round. We want to make sure the stuff that does get around can keep getting fired on. We also need to think about the fact we've got a lot of recon, and so this would be a good candidate for the C2 mines, maybe. And this feels like one of the better spots. Let's do that. We could take the range, but I'd rather have the extra guns. Let's put down the mines. Although, we are gonna get a lot of neutral buildings. Potentially, we should. And local supply plays off of that. Get damage bombs for every one of them activated. Right now, it's not the best, but we can find ways to get them activated. I don't know. This is a bit of a reach. We're going to do C2 mines and compact charges. Okay, that's fine. Are we vulnerable? Wave 11. I think we're okay. I might feel better about getting a Puba down and just get our anti-air started. With our recon production, we could actually hit enhanced targeting with this too, maybe, and just give it the range, save the tech. We gave it a platform. It's good. We're not sleeping on it. We, getting things down, getting them in play. We do need to be conscious about affordable blueprints. We can't just be taking all tier 3 stuff, because we just do not have the economy in play. We're going to take the supply. Sturdy bunker, also very affordable. It's the type of thing that can get this neutral building in play. And that's a pretty good stretch right there. I don't mind that. And it might be a Reaper candidate rather than anti-air because we've got those chunky guys heading right down this row. I think that is sound. We're going to give it the... this would be nice to get short range. Let's just hold off. We're going to see if we can get another sturdy bunker, and this could be a bit of a death strip right here. So let's sit tight. One of the next ones too, we'd love to get Warden Protocol, give him some extra range, but he's going to be one short from hitting this lane. So if we get another one, we may even swap out this Mirador to make sure for the Mimikos, who are a problem right now, that we are hitting them already on this track there. Could be worth it. There's a Warwolf. We could get the cost down too. I think we want the Warwolf. And there's another one. You know what? We have one Mirador left. Yep, Warwolf. Crosspiece. No, let's get what we want. Normally I would do this to get the raised pieces towards the heart of the battlefield, but we're actually going to do this, which worked out maybe well. We got a nice flat area here, as well as up here, for potential artillery. We also got another one of these that we saw twice in the last round that for a retribution position, a super heavy pulse, potentially a decimation position. That's interesting, kind of. I'm not sure that we'll do that, but it is interesting. Now, a medium mortar. We're talking about the Mimikos, and they are a bit scary, problematic, all that stuff. So maybe we do this. I like that coverage. The left track's covered. We're going to get the range out. I'm just thinking about the Warwolf. We're going to probably swap that Mirador. It's important enough. But for that matter, the medium mortar does not need to be by the HQ. That's just not as good coverage. I guess that potentially works. Where we can take a look. Let's put a Warwolf. That does, the Warden Protocol would get a little bit out into this lane, but it's really this one that would do it. So, okay, let's put the medium mortar where we wanted. We were happy with this. We could hit it right now. This gives us 424. We'd have enough for easy access only. Let's give this medium mortar the extra damage and range. So now it's getting out, starting to hit guys out here. I think that's okay. I'm happy with getting this in. Could even hit it with something like a certified amplifier. Not sure we want to do that yet, but it's interesting. We've got the slow effect on the scout tower, by the way, and the Britas can be slowed. They're starting to come into a bit more DPS here. That's good. And these guys taking the long route. We talked about having something, the scout tower back here to help deal, but it's okay for now. Arc cannon, my goodness. Guys, we just need the supply. I don't think we're falling into a trap. We've got options. We just can't afford anything. With the likelihood of those high tier blueprints, we've been seeing them like crazy. It's really good to know. It's a fun hero to play, but we need supply to save our lives. And also remember, we got negotiation skills. So those supply selections are a little extra juicy for us. It's good. The problem with swapping this out and getting a Warwolf in there, which we plan to do, is we can't get to Warden Protocol yet anyway. So I don't know how urgent it is necessarily. I think we're just going to get it done. We didn't get to close support anyway. We're not hurting ourselves that way. We might almost have enough. Let's go easy access. We're going to save some tech. We're not even close, but that's okay. This is a better building for what we need it to do. We'd like to get maybe another Mirador down for the close support, but we've already got one that we can pop. We just shore up our HP a little bit. And if possible, we also get some damage on this backside here. But it's okay for now. Look at this. Okay, and then now we can get a sturdy bunker next to the other one. Okay, zone command, we got to take that. We're going to get our economy starting to go. What would happen here? It's crazy that this is still as close as it is, but these also are immediately next to our HQ. I don't think we mind this because our Warwolves are going to hit this area so hard, because our only other option is to T and then have a separate run back here. And I think we can get a lot of damage in here. Plus maybe a neutral building if we got a gravity well or something. I don't feel the best about this, but we're going to place that. We did get a neutral building, and it's an important one. Minus 50% upgrade. So what immediately comes to mind to me is a Durandal. We could potentially get to something like Blessed Machine, but we need help with our economy. We've been struggling all game. So let's get a zone command down, and not only for the economy, but we will actually maybe hit up the guns a little bit too. We could put it here. I'm trying to find a spot that's elevated. It's an awkward size. And this could be done with one platform, and it does get some extra weapons, like a Reaper and a Vencedor. So I think we do it. Let's do this with the zone command, just so we've got some guns back here. It has a little help with its range. We need requisition ops. Let's just get things online a little better. And we're going to wait for now. We were thinking Vencedors and Reaper. We may get to requisition. Plus 160. We've got great recon production. And we need help to get this stuff all paid for. Let's sit tight. It's good to see a neutral building. This is, for real, it's a good one. Okay, Warwolves now a little extra distance to play with. This bottom right hasn't hurt us yet. It's good to see the Britas maybe have some more options rather than straight in a trail here. Although at the same time, that makes this sturdy bunker slightly less valuable. We were going to stack them next to each other with a Reaper. Another Slovak with supply. Not too interested in this, and oh boy, let's do it. Need the supply. This is deja vu of me saying that from last round, but we just really do. This looks like a good spot. Good as any, I'd say. Let's get the learning machines. I think we get a Warden Protocol. I almost upgraded that light mortar, but let's get this thing popped out. That's great. Starting to hit at this entrance, out to this lane here. It's good. It's starting to slowly come together. We're only on wave 16, so we've got some time to still develop this. I think getting the recon pumped into this zone command would make me feel a lot better about the amount of supply we're getting. The Mimikos are more threatening than the Brita. Okay, I just thought of something. An Omega emitter. Oh, I thought it was a clear track the whole way down, but it could go here. And it can even affect adjacent buildings. Normally, we can't take advantage of that, but the height doesn't matter for an Omega emitter. It doesn't give it more damage or anything. It gets more damage the longer the beam goes. And we're hoping, it's going to take a little while here, but we're hoping to push this out. And we may end up with a whole bunch of entry points, which we don't really care about. It'll just be a whole bunch of crosses out this way. Get a T in here, I would think. But the Omega emitter could go off here. Now, we've already got one, though. Let's get the supply. Another Omega emitter. The Scout hideout would be good, but we're saving our recon right now. Let's get a Bastion. We don't have one yet. And we could use a bit of shield break option, at least having the option. Okay, let's start getting this developed, right? Yeah, I mean, we got to get that tied off. We got a gravity well. It's not a great spot, but we're not going to complain about that. What's a building we can afford to get there? I mean, I guess. I hate to see it go to waste, but that is going to be a lane, you know, eventually. I think we would potentially elbow that into a T or vice versa, but whatever. At least we got it active. It'll help a bit. We're going to get something juicy on this eventually, but we need to be efficient here. I would say we wanted to get recon on this too. See, the gun is not good. This Vencedor is not going to make the difference of shoring up our backside. It's just, you know, it's okay to just finish the path here. It's nice and cheap. But we're 2 turns away, and that's not counting any recon selections in the reinforcements, to getting a plus 160 in requisition. I wanna wait for that. Now, we don't have any platforms, but that has potential in that spot. So let's keep that in mind. I think we're okay to just keep going. I don't know that this composition of enemies has been producing a ton of supply from the kills. I think the Mimikos are some of the best ones because they kind of like multi-break and it counts multiple times. I don't think the Britas are worth like anything, hardly. Yeah, we got about 400 there, maybe. It's not too bad. But there's certain ones where it is way more production for some reason. We don't need the military academy. We are already seeing a surplus of tier 2. I think the cost is appealing. We talked about the scout hideout. We're just not moving that direction right now. Let's get the blueprints. I didn't feel under threat there. If anything, it's the Mimikos. So we could get a Warden protocol on this. And despite being further set back, which I really, it's just unfortunate, this up here is still going to become an important factor, and this can reach it. So it's okay. Let's take a look at the Slovak. Oh, that's disappointing, isn't it? This is much better. I don't know that enough of the Mimikos are making it down there. We talked about getting the Salamander right here. Would be a great spot. Of course, the Omega emitter here. And the Retribution position could potentially do something like that. We don't really have any other spots that are available at the moment. But it is the Mimikos that make me nervous. So I'm thinking about advanced gear on this because it can lay a beating into them. I'm also thinking We can afford it. Let's get all of these little light mortars to go off. It's going to make a meaningful difference. We just went hard into that. But look at him. Look at this. Clean this right up with the medium mortar, you know, hitting a lot harder. It's a good combination of the two. And then the Warwolves, we've got so much splash damage now. I feel good about that. And by the time the Britas make it around, they're a lot slower. It's just no problem. So it's okay. I'm doing okay. Oh, look at the zone command getting a little taste. Got like 200 damage. Great options here. Sanction cannon's good. Both enemies that we're facing can be slowed. Just trying to think, where were they coming from? What could we put down? This for a light mortar. We've got a Durandal. We're gonna, okay, so let's take a look here. We've got the floating Cynid, and we've got the Sanatrope. It's a flying unit. We've only got one bunker, but we didn't commit this one yet. It's going to turn into a flying unit defense. We've got a Puma down. Okay. We're a little bit exposed here, and that means we need to get a Durandal, I think. This T could close this off, or further develop this. I kind of want to, I wish we could take better advantage of that gravity well, but I think that this requires us to get more tiles to finish it, so I don't think we can afford to. Guys, none of this feels great. This is a welcome sight. We're about to get challenged here, not only at wave 20 and then 25 is heavy. Those two enemy types are iffy. The Cynid is not so scary, the big balloon guy, and I think that they give us a lot of supply if I remember right. But the Sanatrope, as you know, kind of gives me nightmares a little bit. So maybe let's get a Durandal down here. We need a bit of gun support on the far side here. We've been concentrating, well, we don't have a lot out yet, but he's going to get the extra range boost. We can't afford the HP hit. And then the Sanatropes, which drop in, we have got a bit of support back here. I like that. One wave away from seeing them. I'd love to get a light mortar right here. That's what I was kind of hoping to do before we looked at our enemy types. But this slow effect is doing a lot of work here. And if this got Warden Protocol, it's going to cover off that side pretty well too. This wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say it was great, but it's okay. Our scout tower's throwing out mines. It's doing really well. 4th place. Not too far off from the top. And as we've said, we do need to get a little bit more DPS, even if it's a Mirador or something. Okay, we've got 2 retribution positions. We can't afford electric arc cannon. We're going to be facing the Cynids. We just upgraded almost all of our light mortars, so the costs are less relevant. Let's get the Puma with some efficiency. Okay, I've been sleeping on this, but we've got enough recon. We should have gotten that up already. Let's get this pushed out. We also have plans to get the Omega emitter. That's fine. No neutral building there. Little bummer. It's okay. The Omega emitter potentially going down here, hitting up both tunnels. We're a little ways off from that. What's going to help us get there is requisition ops. Love to see it. And oh my goodness, we could pop the rest of our... It's okay. 340 is already good. Let's get a Reaper on that thing. The Reaper, here it is here, can do 150 damage with, you know, decent shot per second. It's the Sanatrope that's around here that it can chip away at. That's really good. I think also we've got a little bit of supply left in the bank here. We're about to get hit. Let's put this light. I want to get the Durandal here. With the decreased cost. Part of what it's going to give us is the opportunity for one tech, the Flareum Shell. And if we do +2 range, and then the Flareum Shell, this would be our effective range that we're looking at right now. That's a tough decision right there. I'm not sure what to make of all that. Can we beat the Sanatropes? This backside is problematic. The retribution position right here, of course, would take care of the backside, but it's such a big investment at this point. We're gonna start generating income, especially after this turn. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hit up close support. Let's go from 2,800 to 33. We're gonna be prepared to take some hits here. Depending on where the Sanatrope come from, we may also hit the upgrades on these barricades. It's going to do something. But I'm not sure how much we can do right now. Let's do the anti-air design. And I think we want the enhanced targeting. I don't think we can afford the tech. We're going to sit on that right now. And we may... Let's get the Vencedors on this guy. He was partway upgraded. And we're going to get the reinforced pivot on him. That's not going to make a big difference right now, but let's just try to be as prepared as possible. Fortunately, the Canids can be slowed down. Oh my goodness, this is not good. How hard is this hit? Okay. All right. Did okay. Got a Sanatrope at the back. The Canids were... worse than I thought right there. We didn't have any anti-air on this side. Come on, Reaper Cannon. You can do something. Are we going to have to place something? Both Warwolves are going to start hitting. Ooh, there's the Scout Tower slow. Man, this is not good here. Super heavy pulse takes care of the Sanatropes. We need a platform to be able to place them up here, but we would maybe even justify just putting them on flat ground. We don't have nearly enough money. First batch gives us the supply. And we just talked about the Canids being scary. We got another Puma position. There's our super heavy pulse, never punished. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. Let's do that. Interesting, these activate each other, but it's not like it doesn't cause anything. As if it was a damage tower, it would be active. It's kind of a funny interaction. Okay, this bottom right, temporarily, we are in a bad way. We don't have any platforms. What can we do? This helps. I suppose that is about the best coverage we can get. We want him targeting air. We got one more Puma. That seems pretty good. I think we can just do that. I want to make sure towards the HQ it's okay. It felt like the best coverage there. Can't get the anti-air on it yet, but we've got some more guns down. Nothing that hits hard for the Sanatrope. I hope we generate a lot of supply here. We may need to place something quickly, but we can also get this upgraded. We're going to hit it twice. And we've got 2 battlefronts, so this becomes a lot stronger. 4,000 HP versus 1,500. That might have been a little hasty, but it's okay. That Sanatrope could almost bust us. The Sanatrope has upwards of 3,600 HP. Okay, let's get a barricade. We've got retribution, we got decimation, even though the sturdy bunker helps with the anti-air, so the barricade also helps. Potentially on the bottom side here, we're not going to lay it yet, but we got some extra recon, and the reason for that is I think to probably extend the Pumas, although I'm not sure we need to yet. The supply just does not feel quite right. We're just not generating too much. I think the scariest thing that's happening is the Sanatrope. So let's save a little bit, and then we only need 3 points, and we're going to get a Durandal on this spot here. Yeah, I mean, what else can we do? I think we're okay. Ooh, this is scary. Okay, we're gonna get this upgraded, please. That's good. This at 4,000 HP can tank him completely. Oh man. So, just a reminder to everyone, this game is challenging. The first 3 to 4 runs was no stress. I kind of almost felt bad and was like, man, where's the intrigue, the tension in this series? Because it was, frankly, it was pretty easy, right? Here we are. The last round and this round, we are a bit on a knife's edge. And okay, so the supply production there was much better, just from killing enemies. We have an opportunity to bust it up even further versus a Durandal is one of the types of buildings that can take care of the Sanatrope, but we have one still for our special spot up here. We have so many powerful buildings: the Salamander, the Retribution, a super heavy pulse, Sanction, the howitzers. It's kind of ridiculous, the Omega emitter. We can't place anything. So we're only on wave 22. We've got a little ways to go. We need the production, and we're going to get a platform because we need this prime spot back here to just lock this down. I think we got to reroll once, hopefully. Yep, we're going to get that. And is this a good building? Yes, we can get the zone command here. It's actually not the worst spot. We're not doing the requisition ops this time. We can't afford to wait on the recon, so we just want the first one. Even though that was expensive, we're still in great shape, and now we're still gonna give it the guns because it's so cheap, and at least it's a gun on this backside. Is there anything else we can place that we don't care about? The Mirador we do care about. We may need close support yet still. We've got a little bit of supply though, so I want to think about getting something down that starts to make a difference. It's gonna be the Durandal. We keep talking about it. Let's do it. So I don't want to take the HQ hit. So we're going long barrel. Now, we've upped our supply production. We've been working on that specifically. So I think the way to get this to maximal efficiency or maximal impact in this circumstance is to get to Blessed Machine. We're going to save the tech. We're more likely to put the tech on maybe a super heavy pulse, Retribution, hard to say, but let's save it. So we're going heavy payload, and then eventually, hopefully, Blessed Machine. I'm happy to have this down. Let's see how it performs this wave. I'm not going to do it yet, but I do want to give the extra range to these Pumas potentially. They're ripping up the Cnids pretty good. I don't know how to say that word, by the way. Snids? Okay, this was better. Got knocked out pretty good. The barricade didn't take any damage. We really pumped up these barricades too. Doesn't hurt. Okay, this is not good back here. I think we'll manage, especially because of the scout tower. but there's nothing we can place immediately that solves it. So I think we just have to chance it. Yeah, man, that is so close. Okay, well, we better pay attention to that. Got away with it. We don't have that much supply, so we need to take it. And also we need to get eventually Warden Protocol on this last guy, so the reduction in cost is not bad. We can get this down. Let's do it. 3, 3, 3, 2. We could also get the super heavy pulse down. My goodness, look at that range. Oh man, guys. Okay, that's gonna be it. I think the Retribution position is better served with the crowd control. It's got a lot of splash damage and stuff. This is just like a sentry that takes down the beef guys. But talk about taking care of a problem back here. Look at him already firing on a Sanatrope. He's dead. That was great. And it frees up the other guns. Stuff like a Durandal, right? This is looking good. Plasma, super heavy, doing okay. He's getting in tight. Glad we got the barricade. We need more damage in this area. Produced a lot of supply there. It's good. Okay. 20% supply production. We go from 420 to 504. We already have a decimation. We're struggling to put it down. Puma positions, we've got some out, and I think even one more. Let's get a light mortar. We do not want to blank. A corner is magical. Got a neutral building. Okay. What are we gonna do? A sanctioned cannon slows. This is also the place where we were planning to put the howitzer. That's it. We're gonna do it. We want the slowed effect. It's gonna buy us a lot more time, but that also means we need some DPS down here. Salamander looks like a good candidate. I think let's do it. We've got a high concentration of enemies obviously coming through here. Let's get the light mortar down, of course. We're going to save this potentially for a bastion. That's actually a... Oh, man. We need a shield break. That's part of what we're facing is there's a high density of Britas, and they're getting in deep because we're just not taking care of the shields well. So we're going to wait. We're going to get the bastion here and get the pulse on it. Wave 25, by the way, this is not great. We need that salamander to go hard. Are we going to survive this? Let's get Warden Protocol here. Come on, light mortars. Okay, huge Sanatrope population on the back. Let's get this thing firing more often. We have a barricade. We're putting one on the back. We can shore it up if we need to. Glad we got the Warden Protocol here. It's going to start firing sooner. It's a lot of HP on this backside. Okay, it's okay. And he has no gap in coverage. That's really good. He's got no blind spot there. Okay. The ammo depot directly supports the super heavy pulse, and look at the output. It is more than double the next candidate, and even though the salamander position did well, did half as much as the super heavy pulse. So obviously we're going to get this down. The zone command, I'm curious. Let's see this guy. $5 grand. It's actually not the worst, and he's only got one gun. I don't know if it's worth supporting him. I'm more likely to get something else down, like a Warwolf beside the ammo depot, to support some splash on the enemies that are getting weakened by this. So that all sounds good to me. Let's do this. Hang on, let me just make sure this is adjacent. Yes. Just want to be sure. Okay, so now he's firing at 70% rate of fire. Let's take a look. 2.3 shots per second. Reload speed's really good, 1.2. Feeling better about that a little bit. Let's get the Bastion down. We talked about it. We got to take care of those shields. We can get the upgrade right away. Coverage is great. He's going to start popping them right out of there. That's all the money we got. We're going to give the extra range to him. And I think give him the quads. Looks pretty good. Sanatropes down here are less scary because of the slowed effects happening. I'm thinking another salamander. Platform, of course. We don't have one, so that would be valuable too. Where would we put it? It has a synergy with pumas. They're coming obviously through all of here. We could have one here. I don't know if it's worth boosting the range of that puma. We kind of pointed it the wrong way. Not wrong, but you know. Otherwise, I could face out this way. Maybe we don't force it on the puma. So where else would it go? This corner, of course, makes sense. The sanction cannon, I'm glad we've got it. It's 4th place. It's slowing enemies, but I don't know that we can get a second one down. Not, you know, without forcing it. There is a synergy if we were to put it next to the super heavy where it gets extra damage against shields, but then it might be out of range of hitting this lane. So I don't know that I want to force this, and this just doesn't move the needle either. It's not enough supply, and we want some recon in the bank, so we're going to grab the salamander and the platform. And I think we get a bastion. We only had one. We placed it. This is totally okay. We're going to keep just pushing this out hard. How did the Bastion do? 3rd place. Did very well. Love to see that. This is somewhat pivotal. We gotta make sure we make this work. This is starting to look really good. So is the Omega emitter, by the way. But let's do this. You know, I almost... we already upgraded this, didn't we? That's a shame. I was thinking we could do the 1 tech on this, maybe, but we might be patient. You know, we like to do that. Is there an opportunity for the decimation position? Here. Kind of. We need a platform. I'm trying to think about where it would be coming out. Shoot, sorry guys. This is it's tough. Another thing we could do, this building, minus 50% cost, here it is. This is it. We just found the little gem. So we want to get to overcharged ammunitions, and now it is dirt cheap. The other thing we can do is now it costs 1 tech to get the fire rate up. We're going to pop off this tech. It's all becoming a little bit more valuable. And then we get overcharged. We get lots of slowing effect right in here. And now we're creating a kill zone. It's good stuff. Super heavy pulse, just deleting him. We're also getting slowed effects by the scout tower. Okay, this is crazy. This intersection right here. Salamander, of course, leading the way as they came through there. He's got not really targets left anymore. It's doing okay. We maybe think about getting an extra gun down on this side, but we do have this Durandal. We can upgrade him a bit if we need to. Okay, one of two things. I want to get the Blessed Machine on this guy. We are close, 2200. So 20% reduction, what does that mean? That's 400 versus taking the 300. So let's do the upgrade cost. This is now, whoa, what? How did that happen? It went from 2200 to 1300. Yes, please. That's great. Look at that range on him. If we could get an ammo depot or something on him and just make it go harder. Actually, we could get a certified amplifier. We could have done that for the cost. That was a bit silly. But we could increase the damage and the range. Don't know if we need to do that, but I kind of forgot about it. So I'm just thinking. This corner turned out to be Bananarama. So let's do this. I don't think it matters, really. It gets a damage bonus with height, but I don't know if I want to use a platform. Let's... yeah, we need to. I'm not going to worry about the height. We need the platform to be in the bank. We're going to get a light mortar here because it's cheapy, and this is high traffic. Get the learning machines on it. Ooh, that's too bad. We could have support fired there, maybe. That was a mistake. Lots of flying units here. Little ones. So the Blessed Machine fires at the highest HP, but reminder, he's firing at the air units, which is unfortunate because they happen to have the most HP there. So what we need to do there is delete them. Another zone command. Wow. Let's double check our outputters. Look at the salamanders, both 15k. That means we want more salamanders. Oh, and an air command. Oh my goodness. This strip here is kind of unbelievable. We're going to keep pushing, I think. Well, loops here would go hard. Let's work on that. Let's try to create some loops, because it's likely, you know, they would start taking them, and that's obviously good. Let's get an air command down, I think. Is there any buildings that we would like to activate, or something that gives us some kind of benefit? Not that I'm seeing. So... actually, so this does have an effect. The medium mortar with data sharing, well, not data sharing, but we can get data collection. The medium mortar is not doing too well. Let's first just place our smoke. Ooh, activated detection. Not that it matters, but we'll do that. That's, of course, awesome, right? That's just going to bomb the crap out of everything. Let's do data collection. Let's show some love for the medium mortar. He's now getting some extra goodies. Okay, what else? We're on wave 29. We got the Blessed Machine. Part of the issue is the Blessed Machine is focusing on air units because they have the highest HP. We need to get more guns on this line that are hitting up the big balloons. Get the Vencedors. We're going to pop another one here shortly. I don't mind the real estate. This is important. We need more shield break in here. We could get a bastion down, even if it's an off position. Okay, but that really got taken out quick there. That was good. How did the medium mortar do? A little better, 15th, but not amazing. I don't know that we need that much recon. I think a Warwolf, and a sturdy bunker, of course. Okay. This is the combination that killed us. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Omega emitter can hit camouflaged. Let's get that into play. We have some barricades. It helps a little bit. We need to slow the crap out of these Mega Mucos. We are in some dire days. What else can we do? We need a bunch of scout towers. Okay, does this thing give us blueprints? No. Huh. Decimation position does hit camo units. We can get it up here. Has decent coverage. We have lots of recon to get them fully online. I mean, I think we have to, right? And I don't know where else is nicely centrally located. That seems like the best. We're gonna do it. We're a little desperate right now. Okay, let's think about position. How good is that? It's pretty good. And that's pretty good. We're gonna get more range when we pop this off. Normally I like to take the damage. I just don't know that we can with the frag launchers. We've got a lot of little light mortars around. We're gonna thank ourselves for that. Maybe we do save this one. Maybe we do get the damage. It's +2 range if adjacent to a light mortar. Shoot. Okay, we're still gonna hit the damage up, and we're eventually getting down to enhanced targeting. They're coming this round, but I'm gonna hit up the upgrades here real quick. Okay, the slowed effects are hitting them up too. It's good to see. This now has crazy range. Wow. That's maybe one of the best coverage I've seen on a decimation. That was good. And I think the air command, pretty sure this little, yeah, it's got, well, it has detection also being beside that thing, but okay, that was good. We definitely want the scout hideout. Yes, please. And I think we want a barricade. Even though a Bastion can do camo, it's underwhelming. They're pretty weak guns that are on top. Let's get our loop into place. There we go. It's gonna buy us some time. It's an extra kill zone. Now, I would like to do something like that, which we're going to do with long burners to get it out to this extra range here. The Sanction Cannon could afford to get some range, and it also gets detection with Sanctified Shells. We might... we could afford data collection, so that's why I was thinking of going that route, but what can we do with this scout tower? If we put it next to this, it's extra damage. How's the range? Not great. I think we need to be responsible, maybe, with our coverage, and I like the idea of having it back here. We're going to do local supply because it's getting quite the boost with all the neutral buildings. Plus 40%, solid. Slows targets, now reaches out here. We're mostly worrying about the Lycos. We've got 3 barriers, by the way. Let's just... Remember this trick? Well, it's in the way of the Omega emitter. I don't know how that reacts, I forget, but... Okay, we're likely going to lay them all down here by the HQ, but we can leave that for right now. I think we're about as ready as we can. I'd like to hit the upgrades on this as soon as possible. And we're going to do swarm control. We got 2 more tech. No more time to screw around. Starting to get in a little bit deep on this side. Really happy we've got the light mortars to just do damage. We've got stuff that can aim at it. The Mega Mucos popped up here. They're still scary, but we got lots of Warwolves. They're doing well. We also want the slowed on this. Okay. Arc Cannon is an argument for that. We're taking the supply on the platform. We got lots of things to spend our money on. Okay, we need to get overcharged ammunitions. We need slowed effect there. We can get the afterburners plus a little damage, but we want to make sure that we're covering out there. We want to take care of air units as best we can, and we've got a couple of them hitting up here. We are likely going to do some more. Let's do it. We're going to hit up the heavy Vencedors here shortly. The artillery is really starting to come into play. It's becoming a really good zone. We got some extra slowed effects with that Warwolf that we did. Really important for the Mega Mucos. The bombs going off. Okay, this is scary though. Barricade, please. Look at this. They just turned the corner. They're going to come back this way. Wow. Okay, little extra reinforcement, please. That was dicey. That was dicey. Give me that supply. And I think a platform. The anti-air is not our biggest problem right now. And I think we do one more loop. We've got recon to roll. Wow. Okay, this is extra damage. Ooh, that's spicy. It's a lot of damage. I think we do that. They are really high performers. The Retribution position getting in second, and our Blessed Machine just doing work. How'd the Decimation position do? Not too great. 6 grand is respectable. We want Sanctified Shells on this thing. Give it the extra range, target, target the stuff. It's perfect. We got it. He was in 10th, did 9K. That was good. I think that was as good as we could do. Let's also get the Omega emitter here shortly. We're just going to do focused fire. We want to do swarm control on this thing when we meant to. So that's okay. We got it on now. Get focused fire. We can't take the damage to the HQ. We might... I think we have to get close support on the HQ, right? We just don't have any room for error. I'm not sure. For that reason, I think we're going to take a Mirador. Not only does it have detection kind of potential, but I think we want close support. It doesn't do much, but I don't feel good about where our HP is. I kind of regret that, but it's okay. What else can we do? The Sanction Cannon now in second place. That was awesome. It's slowing targets. It's hitting them hard. We might want to get cluster bombs on this if we can get some recon back. So we could put the amplifier on the Blessed Machine. It would give it 20% more damage. How much would it cost us? It's 200 plus a little bit of recon. What's the other upgrade on it? It is, ooh, a pulse cannon. Absolutely. That is juicy. Holy smokes, I forgot about that thing. Okay, and then we're going to give the extra damage to the Blessed Machine. Sinotrope coming in close. Just melted, no problem. Power amplification. And we got no tech. We could increase the range, which I don't know if we need to prioritize that. The Mega Mucos are scary. They're getting in pretty deep. We've got these upgraded as best we can, but we've got one more Warwolf. We should probably invest heavy. It's one of our weaknesses right now. It's one of the scariest things going on. That was okay. We did okay. Okay, this is crazy. I think we have to, right? I mean, we still have some stuff to lay down. The Warwolf, we can get up to the overpowered, the slowed. We could get another Retribution down. I don't know about a Slovak, maybe, but we've got... I mean, the Slovak could go here. We've got options to spend some money. We just need, I think, money. We're up to 756. Ooh, this is good. Okay, forgot about the extra selection. We're going to get a joint operations. It's going to just give us some versatility here, maybe. Oh, boy. Does that let us do joint operations? No. That doesn't either. Where are we going to put it? It can go up here. That doesn't give us a lot of time to get the men out. It can also go down here. It's not the worst idea. I don't know if we're going to be able to place it. And I'm not sure either if this is better way up here. I guess it is. It gives a little bit more time for just the length that they have to travel for some of them. So the joint operations, this is pretty good, but the helicopter has to drop off, guys, and it takes a while. So it's better for something like this. I just don't know if that's in the plans, if it's important enough. Instead, I'm thinking about a Warwolf. The Mega Mucos are terrifying. What other synergistic effects do we have maybe going on here? We talked about this, but it's frontline that we need to be outputting more. I think potentially just slowing them is one of our best bets. Now, maybe we should also think about the artillery, that we want them to stay in that kill zone as long as possible. So now I'm thinking something like this, that this is our kill zone. We want them to be concentrated here with the salamanders, the artillery hitting down. This makes sense to me. We go height 0 and we're close. We're going to have to do that and pray that it is enough. How about this? Cluster is really good, targeting most HP. And long barrel, we're close, but we want the slowed effect. We're just a few hundred away. Oh, there's something. Howdy. Thought we got a Durandal down here. Okay, let's go. This... These, we're gonna probably hit this thing. What, I don't know how hard those things hit. Mirador, please. Yeah. Please. Okay, we're okay. Mega Mucos are the scariest thing that's left. Glad we got the extra explosions, lots of slow. We can pump up these. We did it. We got them, boys. Back on track. New doctrine. Win an expedition with Eleanor. All buildings get reload speed. Rampart missile silo. New building available to us. It's cool. And the division relay. I really like this building. Gives you some options for some relay antennas, up your economy, as well as really effective against shields. You can get 2 pulse cannons on top. Really like this. I think it's a tier 3 building. Neutral building. Ammunition storage. This gives you a little bump in damage. New hero. Build 2 zone commands. Didn't even realize, didn't do that on purpose, but that's great that we got that out of the way. And her effect, you get reroll, get some extra supply, and as the green team, that's likely you're going to do that often, and you start with the zone command. So you have also the opportunity to get some crazy economy going. And remember, there's multiple heroes we need to unlock that rely on us producing supply. So this is a good angle for us to be taking early on to race towards those thresholds and get everyone unlocked. That is awesome. Glad that we got it done, back on track. And this, I was a little nervous, certainly, at points during this one, so I wasn't as confident as our first several rounds. But I think we did a little bit better job of really honing in on what we needed. And during the middle of the round, we made the right choices with 2 zone commands, prioritizing. We even got the requisition ops 2 on this one. And by the end, I think our production was almost 800 supply per turn on top of our kill supply. And that allowed us to get sanctified shells on this, which had detection. It got second place with 31 grand. Really key upgrade. What is this? The bombing one, 15 grand, hitting that whole strip. 18 grand on the super heavy. We got some really good buildings down that were expensive. How about decimation position at 12 grand? Got the blessed machine in first place. Really good position by the neutral building. How about that? So the selection at the beginning, the communication array arguably paid off. We got a ton of neutral buildings. Look there's 4 of them just on this little side here. Got the detection, and then a lot of them even up top as we kept pushing out there. But in the middle here, this 50% upgrade reduction got us blessed machine as well as overcharged ammunition here. And I think they were difference makers, right? So maybe there's an argument for communication array paying off long term. We were hurting for economy for the longest time there until we kind of forced it in play, but we found other ways to address it, right? Instead of spending the 2 tech on that off the bat. So I'm happy with the way that all played out. And then it was the mini Mucos and the mega Mucos. I mean, those ones became the most threatening, despite even the Legos, the camo ones. I think the light mortars were effective at just deterring the Legos. They can be good at finishing off. Anyway, we managed them and then put a lot of Warwolves down. We got this one with the overcharged. We got another one up here with the overcharged. We got the tech, the anti-swarm on the retribution, which got 3rd. Good stuff. Good selections. How about this one up top? I was worried that it wasn't going to get enough targets, but it was the top performing salamander at 22k. Warwolf, first place. Not even surprised. And then the Durandal with only 2 of them down, second with that blessed machine. It's lovely. And then salamander, really reliable. I think you guys know how much I love them. I just light up when I see them. Our HP, how about this? We only had 3,400, and I kind of forced a late game close support on this because I was uncomfortable with where we were at, but we didn't get opportunities that I noticed in our reinforcement selections, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we were powerful enough that we were almost never taking hits at the end. It was good. 756 supply production. It's awesome. Okay. So we got another Paragon Assault Group person unlocked. That was Brigadier Kusagi. Got our second purple badge down on Colonel Eleanor. So we've got 2 of them now, and we are what are we? We're 5 for 6, I believe now. By the way, I'm sorry that I haven't gotten the tracker to cooperate really. I've just got to commit some time and kind of learn Canva or something and get a better tracker. I think just for the sake of me learning, I want to try to follow through on that at some point and integrate it into the series. But for now, we'll just kind of keep mental track. I don't know what percentage that is. We're a little over 80% victory rate right now, but the series will keep developing and we will keep chipping away, make progress towards our goal. Appreciate you guys joining in as always. Take care.